This is like the most important thing you can do in any sandbox game.
Hit things with other things.
Hit things with other things. Look at that, a perfect weld. Let's have a look. Oh, the game crashed. Whoa! No, it survived. No, it crashed. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna have to crash it again to turn it off. So that looks incredible. Holy! Whoa! I'm angry. 8 out of 10. Welcome everybody, finally, to Space Engineers 2. Today we fondle the ample bosom of Keen Software House's latest drop, and it's looking pretty interesting. I haven't seen a single bit of this yet beyond the announcement trailers, which I watched like maybe 8 seconds of, and a very small email chain I had with one of their marketing staff. And that's it. That's all I know about SE2 is that it exists. It's out in early access. It costs $30 if you want to buy it, and you can get it on Steam. That's it. I am not sponsored to play this. I did get the key for free, full disclosure, as did Magick, as did our spectator camp. So we have received 3 keys from Keen for free for this game. But other than that, we are not taking any recompense from them. Welcome to Space Engineers 2. Let's read here. Early Access Alpha. You're joining Space Engineers 2 in its earliest stages. This is the first vertical slice, named Creative Mode. Focuses on letting you unleash your imagination with unlimited building. Experiment with new blocks, design epic ships, and build the space station of your dreams, all without resource constraints. Unified 25cm grid. Okay, that's what we know about. So you can now get like you can build large and small blocks together. I remember that from their live stream. It's user friendly.
Why is it called 20 centimeter?
Oh, also Magick is here for the recording. Hello, hi. Magick. Yeah, yes. Hi. Yes, he's here to just observe this. He's played the game a tiny bit, but he doesn't really know how to play the first one anyway. So it's not like he's going to be much of a spoiler. This is, of course, being streamed live over on youtube.com/largely unemployed. So go ahead, give us a sub there if you want to see more content like this and a whole bunch on the first game. User-friendly. Now, this is the thing I came here for. My biggest pet peeve with Space Engineers 1 is that they absolutely phoned it in with the UI. It is atrocious. It is one of the worst UX systems I have ever interfaced with in a game, and that's saying a lot. I've played CDDA. Okay, this is one, and Dwarf Fortress. This is one of the worst UXs in gaming. When they say user-friendly, if I see the Space Engineers UI 1, if I see it rewritten or remade into this game, I'm angry. I'm not going to be a big guy for this. I'm just putting it out there right now. I don't care about the content. I don't care about the state it's in. If they have not fixed the UX, I'm actually going to be irate. Creative Powerhouse.
That's the only reason you're still here.
It is basically why I'm here. Creative Powerhouse. New blueprint building, partial copy paste, snap to grid, assign to toolbar, grid undo. Okay, cool. So you can now like control Z your builds. That's interesting. I wonder how that'll work in survival. Probably won't, which is fine. I mean, that's a necessary acceptance. So now they got the V-Rage 3 engine. I believe SE was built on V-Rage. I wonder what happened to V-Rage 2. I guess I just skipped a gen. And brings better performance and future optimization potential. Reach speeds up to 300 meters per second. Okay. I don't know why we just haven't unlocked that, but okay. We got ray tracing now, global illumination, tessellated terrain, blah, blah, blah. Okay, normal stuff. I wonder how that's going to go now that NVIDIA stock is somewhere in the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Next level destruction. Experience more realistic destruction with dynamic fractures and debris. More to come. We have exciting plans for additional vertical slices that will expand upon core mechanics and introduce new features. They better be free, Keen. That's all I'm saying. If the vertical slices in early access are all free, that's a seal of approval from me. If they make us pay for a single one of them, that's dirty business. You don't release an early access and then charge for features. That should be against TOS with Steam, in my opinion. I think it amounts to advertising fraud. Because the whole point of early access is that people are buying into a beta of a product. They shouldn't have to buy into other features of the beta. Escape from Tarkov, the most recent example of this, where they have charged for additional features in beta, which I genuinely think should file under like advertising fraud, because it is not proper marketing. So that hasn't happened with SE, but if it does, you're going to hear me talking about it, that's for sure. Now, more to come. We have exciting plans for additional vertical slices that will expand upon core mechanics, blah, 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 and open development together. We want to give you a chance to experience SE2 as it evolves and to make this journey a collaborative one. We're embracing open development, want your feedback every step of the way. Okay, cool. I love that they're releasing it early. I think they need to make the most out of it, and I really hope they do take the community's feedback into account. So, speaking as a member of such, let's hop in. Let's go to the settings. Let's turn down the audio. Just a little bit. That's quite loud. I like the new music.
They better have kept the space engineers.
Oh, the jukebox.
engineer.
We are space engineers. Honestly, it lives rent free in my head. Let's have a look here. So we've got regular settings. What have we got? The GUI. I like that there's an opacity slider. That was in the first game, and it was a really good addition when they added it. It wasn't there at the start. I mean, I've been playing SE1 for like over a decade, which is an insane statement to make, but it is true. High crosshair with the HUD. Okay, yeah, sure. That's the same as the first game. Standard display settings. Probably gonna put VSync off. That tends to work better for stutter in the recordings. I hope that fixes it. Let's have a look. Oh, the game crashed. Turning VSync off crashed the game. Okay, bad start. VSync is now... It did save the setting after crashing, so that's pretty cool. If I turn it back on, does that kill it? No, it survived. No, it crashed. Okay, that's number 2, baby. Okay, so turning VSync off and on crashes the game.
Yeah, don't toggle VSync.
Don't toggle VSync.
Crash the game once and then stay with it. Stick with
And
it.
just stick with what you... Okay, I'm gonna have to crash it again to turn it off. So, okay, just crash it one more time. Don't mind me. The error message just says application has crashed. We apologize for the inconvenience. Okay, so the load menu, pretty standard. Survival and campaign are not here. Campaign is very interesting. We've got some handcrafted worlds and creative. Let's start with the handcrafted world. Let's look at the Concordia Research Facility. That's the standard platform start in SE1. One of my all-time favorites. My favorite one was the crashed red ship. That was always my go-to before they added the space system. Okay, let's have a look here. I'm loving the new UX. Like I really like how it looks. It's much more modern. Okay, I'm already seeing one thing I hate. Magick, do you see what's in the center bottom of my screen? Yeah, bottom center of my screen. It's the goddamn taskbar. Which itself was not a problem. If I have to manually select the different tiers of tools, I quit, Keen. I'm done. That's the last you're ever going to hear from me.
Put the tools in.
Yeah. The debug gun, the paint tool. Whoa! Okay, so we've got a damaging tool. Oh, check out the new, V still switches view. Okay, cool. So this is the debug gun. Oh, I love the new deformation. Do these have collision? No. Okay, if I break off a piece, does that have collision before the whole block is destroyed? Hold on. Okay, so the pieces don't have collision yet. That's fine. They don't need to. Does the railing does have collision, but is that a separate block? It's a separate block. Okay. That's why it's still there. I do like the damage texture. Like, can you imagine that's what they welded up? Like, this is what when you weld a block, you just like cram in random bits of scrap metal into like a wild pile.
Yeah, and then you just pour lead solder all over
Literally
the top,
just
and
a
like,
solid cube of steel and lead.
Yes.
That would be really funny.
Engineering. This is what the engineers are hiding from us. This is what
This is what they don't want you
there.
to see. This is what they put inside the concrete. So we do have an assembler. Press F to open terminal. Interesting. Okay, so this is the new control panel. I like that there is categorization by platform. That is a serious improvement. I think it's a good idea for them to keep similar systems for the game because people pick it up more quickly who've come from the first one. This is such a good addition, and they should add that to SE1. Because the number of times you have to like dig through the different systems to figure out which block is on which ship is infuriating. Okay, we can now set like color with the RGB picker. That's amazing. I love that. You can even put a hex value in. Magick, that's your favorite thing to do. You can turn things on and off. This is a much better design. I love that we've got a little overview. We've got a description. It tells where the block is working. This is such a good change. Kudos to them. Now, of course, we can't put anything through the assembly yet. It's not working. All right, so that's already a huge bit. That's usually like a pretty huge improvement for me. Do the doors work? Let's go try and find a door. So there's our red ship. Can I hide the UI? I can. Oh, it looks great. Performance is a bit sticky, but that's okay. We can forgive it. I like the way I love the new aesthetic. I think it's really cool.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
it's really clean.
It's super clean. We'll get into the building in a second. Oh yeah, that atmospheric scattering is so. Well, sorry, just the scattering is so much better.
Oh,
That's ray
it's
tracing,
beautiful.
baby.
That really looks like glass.
Glass? This is rock.
Sorry. Listen, man, I'm watching your POV through the stream, which is 10 seconds behind your voice, and you were looking at glass when you.
Okay, here I'm actually looking at glass, and that looks incredible. Holy. Whoa. I'll wait for it to catch up, man. That looks phenomenal.
I believe you. Oh, I see it now. Oh, that's incredible.
Look at those reflections.
That's so nice.
The new Magboots are so much better. Wow. Like, they're not like clinging to the walls, and like the collisions are a lot better. It's much easier to move around. Okay, cargo container. Can't interface with it yet. That doesn't exist. Reactor's built. I like that it's got some spinny bits. I love the reflections. Are those reflections dynamic? If I add a light here. Okay, I don't love that this is still the same. There are better ways to do this. But I'll save that for another time. Let's, where would this light be reflected from? Let's put one, like, here. What are the rotation tools now? Has that changed? Let's see. We're gonna have to, I don't have build vision. This might be hard to find. Corner light 0.5. There we go. Brightness 100. Oh, it did change. It did change. And if we make it like red. Oh yeah, there we go. It is. We do have actual ray tracing. They're not just faking it. Oh, very cool. Okay. So then I guess the final piece of the puzzle is to jump in his ship and see how it behaves. Whoa, dude. The drills look gnarly, man. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Those are going to do some damage.
Okay.
That looks a lot better than the old drills. They always bother me. They always look
stupid,
like,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
These look
good.
These look good, man. Ooh. Okay, let's go deform some voxels. See if I can crash the game. Okay, I don't love that the soundbite plays every single time I press W. Whoa! That looks insane.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Okay, and if I right click, can I still clear large areas? I can, and it plays an effect. Wow.
Oh, that looks good. And
I'm gonna hop back into SE1 and just be like, ew.
It looks so much more responsive as well, like haptic almost in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like the little vibrations that the ship is getting.
Definitely. And you can kind of feel it in the controls too. Like when you try and move left and right, it feels like there's a bit of resistance, which is really cool to see. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick parking job, and then we'll see how that behaves. Let's just park it right over here in the hangar. Okay, so conservation of momentum is still in play. That's good to know. Woo! Yeah, that'll brush right out. I'm not worried about it. I can mine ships. Okay, very cool. Okay, that seems to be wedged in there pretty good. We're just gonna leave that as is. And let's just get in here. Oh no, we've lost the miner. Oh no. Well, the collisions work. Alright, let's go try another parking job here. And see how this works. This is like the most important thing you can do in any sandbox game.
Hit things with other things.
Hit things with other things. Look at that, a perfect weld. Just the way Mama intended. And look, and just like that, chat, we've recreated the red ship start, which is one of my favorites. Where was the bridge on this? I remember. I see what happened to my cockpit. There's a guy parked on it. You hold left control now to rotate, which is actually quite. Oh wait, hold on, and look at this, chat. I don't have to build in the center of the grid. I can now build on little pieces. That's pretty cool.
Whoa,
for a design. That's pretty good. I think that's part of the new.
Open up so many options.
That does. That's definitely part of the new 2.5 centimeter build thing they described. So okay, how do we change size? R is to change size. I see. R to 1. Okay, so only the small blocks can change size right now. Okay, only the small blocks can change size. I see. So you got 2.5 meter and 0.5 meter. How do I go even smaller? Unclear. Okay.
Maybe only certain blocks can do it.
It's very possible. The gyroscope gets pretty small. Pretty big. So there's a gyro. Okay, it looks like the new Prototech one's in SE1. Here's a thruster. We'll make a little ship in a second. I love the new effect. Let's go check out the other base.
It's cool, this 2.5 centimeter, the 25 centimeter build thing. But if you were to design a system from the ground up, wouldn't you start with that idea?
Yes.
I don't understand where they got the initial small
like
grid,
separate grids
grid
thing.
kind of idea.
When the game started, it was just large grid. They added small grids in later.
Okay, so it was kind of like a patch job on top.
Yeah, exactly. Much like this. Okay, now that we've opened the door, we can have a look at what's inside here. And about the same from the look of it. Let's have a little look-see around here. Okay, doors don't work right now. I see. What if I want to just make my own door from the ground up with blackjack and hookers? How do I get the small blocks, gamers? So if I could do little ones, like so. Which is pretty sweet. Oh, there we go. I got 2.5 centimeters. I found it. I found it. So you change the size with... Hold on, I'm a bit confused here. How do I cycle through my option? I press R to cycle through options, but also changes the sizes. But then scrolling changes my view. A bit odd. How did I get to the little one there?
The detail blocks are the only thing which are that size, says Lord Avarice.
Okay. Ah, detailing. Oh, it's called a detailing cube. I understand.
Oh,
okay. Okay.
I see.
And I can build in lines, which is pretty dope. So if I were to do
chat.
something like, thank you, chat, thank you. So there we go. Now we can make our own doorway. I can't fit through it, but I can make it, goddammit. So I can go Control Z. There we go. Now you don't even have to use steroids, chat. Look at this. You could just not fit through doors. Okay, so now I guess the only thing to do, because this is just creative mode, right, is to start building. I'm just gonna build a couple of test squares here. I want to crash stuff into this and just see which of them performs, like
most sturdily.
Most sturdily, yeah. I love that it now gives you measurements on the display. That's pretty sweet. Okay, cool. So that's my little test square. We'll do one for light armor, one for heavy. How do I build a plane? I just hold shift. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Nice. I like that very much. Yeah, that's easy. Because before you had to like go into game settings and change it, and then the detail blocks, just the little ones. Now, obviously, they're not gonna do much. But if I were to do like that, and then like that, okay. Can I just like copy a piece of this? I mean, it's lagging a bit, but it's building it. So I would assume this would behave like the light armor blocks, right? Like in a similar fashion. We'll just make it a bit... Oh, I guess we'll make it the same. We'll make it full thickness. All right, so let's crash some stuff into this. Let me go get the other ships. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to print 3 of these ships and do 3 RAM tests here. For science. I can't guarantee they'll be at exactly the same speed, but we can get close. They're all in roughly the same place. So this was at 178 kilometers per hour when we collided. And it looks like the ship has crashed and the armor has suffered almost no damage. Okay, so I assume the heavy armor will take like not even a dent. We may have to move a little further back here. Ah, interesting. So that was 200 meters per second. And we've actually done more damage. Okay, so it definitely scales with the speed, which is what you'd expect. Let's hit this one. And this is now the decorative blocks. That was heavy armor. And we've punched through, I think. So yeah, the decorative blocks definitely do protect, but they don't do as much. Ah, but they deform differently too. That's cool.
So I've heard people saying in the chat,
yeah,
that they don't like the R specifically, the R key.
Oh, me too. I hate that. I hate that you have to cycle with R. I think it's so dumb. Yeah.
How would you cycle?
Scroll. Just how it used to be. I think that worked fine. I don't think we need to change that.
What does scroll do now?
It cycles between the things on your taskbar. So if you scroll, you like lose your place in the meta, which is not very smart.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think for me, I've always, because I don't play this game a lot, I've always defaulted to trying to scroll through the taskbar.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
In Minecraft, which is my big sandbox game, right?
I mean, it's probably their biggest competition,
to make
right?
it more accessible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say competition. I would say their biggest like feeder. You know, people play Minecraft and they're like, huh, I wish I was in space, and then they come to here. It's Minecraft in space.
It is Minecraft. Like that's what it's defined as, right? Like that's what it's described as so often.
Yeah.
Minecraft in space.
So they might be trying to get closer to that audience to make it easier for people to start playing the game.
That makes sense to me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I hate this ship that I have made. I loathe it with every part of my being. It's not the mushroom. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, you know what? There's a simple solution. It feels like you're trying to replicate one of the No Man's Sky ships badly. Well, thanks. Okay, inertial dampener is off. On your way now, son. So what content in SE2 would you like to see me test out? The building is fun. It's good. I'm not really in the mood to sit here and build a full ship, so what else would you like to see tested?
They're also asking if you can walk around on the asteroid, because apparently it's a lot better than it used to be.
Let's have a look. Oh, that's so much better. Oh my god, that's so much better. The camera's not just like snapping its neck forward. That is night and day better, man. Oh, I hope they add this to the first game. Oh, look, and then you fall. Okay, I don't know why we have gravity, but there we go. And then you fall.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's so much better. Let's wrap up. Let's think about final thoughts on the launch of SE2. I have a few. I'd say that it is in a good state for what is there. I'd say that there are very limited mechanics at the moment, but the mechanics that are in the game have been well implemented. I'd say that the collision feels really satisfying. I think it's excellent. I like the new damage system. I like the new little building bits. I think it would take some time to get used to not like, because I think I would just fall into the trap of like overusing the details. I think that Space Engineers 1 is a good indication of where this game could go, which is both a blessing and a curse, right? Like, if it follows the same development trajectory as SE1, where they launch the game and then add pieces in as they go, and this is after 1.0, I mean, I think it could maintain a pretty healthy player base. However, I also think that there's a very reasonable chance that it could upset a lot of people who feel like they need to do more with the game. I think the addition of the campaign is a really cool way to do that. I really hope that they focus in on that and make it work. I think as a baseline, before you purchase the game just yet, I would wait until there is a little bit more content. However, just since it launched on Monday this week, they have added 3 hotfixes and a new block. So, like, I think they are very actively going to develop this. The first few years of Space Engineers were incredible. When it was in early access, it was one of the games that sold me on the concept of early access because of how well done it was. Yes, and there's Lily. Everyone say hello, Lily. There she is. And much like Lily, it was something that was continually evolving. It was actively evolving and changing, and it was really interesting to be a part of that journey. And I think that to have that opportunity again for a new player base to do with SE2 is awesome. And if you want to be a part of that journey, if you want to support the devs in their attempts to make the game and refine it, you should get it now. If you just want to play Space Engineers but pretty, wait a month, maybe 2. But either way, you should probably get it. Because what has been implemented, I think, has been very well implemented. There's some changes, but it's early access, right? I mean, that's what the playtest is for. I think overall, I'd give that, for what it is right now, which is just a bare bones creative sandbox builder, I'd give that a solid 8 out of 10. I think that with more features, and once they add survival, I think we'll need to revisit that. Because a sandbox creative builder and a survival game are 2 very different games. Space Engineers 1 is an actual joke, a lie, to call that a survival game. It is a resource collection game, and that's it. So hopefully they add more like actual drive for survival in SE2, like more reasons to go out and do things beyond just, you know, that's it. And I really hope they do. Magick, any thoughts from your side?
The game looks really, really pretty.
It do look pretty.
You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?